Hi, my name is Braden St.Pierre. On behalf of my team participating in the Next Gen Geo Prospect Generation Challenge, I'll be presenting to you our Sugarloaf project, which is a prospective epithermal gold project situated in the Antigonish Highlands of northern Nova Scotia. The Sugarloaf prospect sits within the Avalon Terrane of Nova Scotia. The Avalon Terrane is a gold-copper metallogenic belt of the Appalachians that sits along the east coast of North America, starting from the Carolinas, cross-cutting the maritime provinces of Canada, and extending all the way to the UK. This is a map of the Appalachian orogeny showing the distribution of Avalonian rocks and associated past and present producing gold deposits. Although numerous significant orogenic and epithermal gold deposits are hosted within this belt, none have been found in Nova Scotia due to a lack of historical exploration. However, in 2018, Northern Shield Resources and Transition Metals found significant low-sulphidation and high-sulphidation epithermal mineralization within the Avalon Terrane of Nova Scotia, respectively. This figure here shows the location of each of their projects. Transition Metals property shown in red has identified high-sulphidation mineralization found along a suture zone intruded by a suite of Devonian felsic intrusions, with associated potassic, sericitic, argillic, propylitic alteration, with extensive potassic alteration developed in the host rocks. They hit a significant 23.2 gram per ton gold intercept over 9.14 meters over their recent drill program. Northern Shield Resources property shown in blue has identified low-sulphidation epithermal mineralization found within pervasive crustiform, cauliform boulders and extensive outcrops of intense stockwork, breccias, and up to 45 centimeter wide quartz veins. Their stream sediment samples yielded up to 14.2 grams per ton gold, and their cauliform, crustiform veining grab samples yielded up to 11 grams per ton silver. These brand new discoveries outline that Nova Scotia is a profoundly underexplored and favourable mining district that demonstrates significant potential for epithermal-style mineralization. The Sugarloaf property shown in green on the map is located northwest of Northern Shield's property along the Hollow Fault. The property lies along the northernmost section of the Antigonish Highlands, a more rural region of Nova Scotia that is easily accessed by road year-round. The Sugarloaf property is bounded to the north and east by Highway 245 and is cross-cut by several secondary dirt roads. Nearby communities include Arsag, Doctors Brook, Malignant Cove, and Maryville. This map shows the area of a proposed property not interfering with nearby restricted wilderness area to the south and protected beach areas to the north. Our proposed property is also outside of local Mi'kmaq reserve land. In certain areas of our proposed project area, consultation with landowners must be conducted prior to the beginning of exploration work. Within accretionary arc settings like the Avalon Terrane, large positive Bouguer anomalies are associated with epithermal mineralization and epithermal districts globally. Positive Bouguer anomalies represent intruding magma uplifting basement rocks in accretionary arc settings, thereby producing fractures and veins and providing the heat necessary to drive an epithermal ore forming system. This residual Bouguer gravity anomaly satellite image shows a very high Bouguer anomaly underlying our proposed claim area, suggesting that this is an ideal target for epithermal gold mineralization. Epithermal gold deposits are structurally controlled and are typically hosted within volcanic, volcaniclastic, and sedimentary rocks. Mineralization is associated with magmatic intrusions that are typically younger than their host rocks. Fault intersections and fault plane inflections provide zones for veining, thickening, and zones of brecciation during synchronous movement and vein growth. The geology of the Sugarloaf prospect is favorable for epithermal gold-style mineralization because it is dominated by volcanic, volcaniclastic, and sedimentary rocks, intruded by younger alkaline intrusions, which are characteristic of magmas that drive epithermal systems. The project area is also structurally complex, with regional first and second order faults, similar to those found within Northern Shield's claim to the southwest. These faults have many intersections and inflection points, where zones of veining, thickening, and brecciation can develop, which are favorable locations for the precipitation of gold. In addition to the promising geology and structures of the Sugarloaf prospect, there have been a number of historical iron and silver mine workings, shown by the black and white squares on the map. This indicates the economic potential of the area and will also provide further bedrock exposure for exploration work. Historical sampling of the project area is limited, but as you can see on the map, there are a number of anomalous gold results shown by stars from bedrock grab samples. There are also a number of historical stream sediment samples shown as red dots that have anomalous values of pathfinder elements associated with epithermal mineralization, most notably including arsenic, zinc, mercury, and molybdenum. Epithermal deposits comprise veins and/or related mineralized breccia and replacement bodies associated with zones of silicification. This airborne first vertical derivative magnetic map shows a distinct magnetic low, located within the core of a fold hinge proximal to a major thrust fault in the project area. Cores of fold hinges in major thrust faults are favorable conduits for hydrothermal fluid flow because they often result in dilation during their formation. Therefore, it is likely that magnetic low represents an original fluid pathway which now is a zone of silicification associated with mineralization. Our priorities of work this summer will focus on the follow-up mapping of the regional first and second order fault areas and the alteration associated with the intrusions. This map shows outcrop locations shown by red X's, most of which can be accessed by secondary dirt roads shown by these dotted lines. There is extensive exposure in this area, which will allow for thorough documentation of these fault areas and alteration associated with the intrusions. These targets will be investigated by a strict soil and stream sediment sampling program and property scale grab sample assays. The proposed soil sample grid is 200 by 200 meter spacing, shown by the yellow triangles. This focuses on the faults and intrusions in order to identify local 1 to 2 kilometer trends and dispersal trains. This table summarizes the type of geochemical analyses, the number of each analysis, and the associated costs of each, altogether coming in below budget. As a whole, the Avalon metallogenic belt is an underexplored region with significant proven potential for epithermal gold mineralization. Nova Scotia represents a virtually untouched part of this metallogenic belt. Epithermal mineralization in Nova Scotia is a brand new deposit type to this district, therefore outlining the significant potential for this region, with a lot of easy, accessible open ground with low exploration costs. I'll leave you with one of my favorite quotes. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to hearing from you.